Hey, it's me, Jack Rapid Buster. Yeah. So you're probably wondering, Jack, why so suddenly go away for a while and then you're back with a gaming video of all things? Yeah, no reason. Just actually, well, there is a reason. So before I explain, I'll tell you about this. I'm playing the game called Wildermyth or Wildermyth, I've heard it called, but anyway, I'm playing this today. Don't really have much to say about it except for the fact that this is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's because this is a story-driven, character-driven, procedurally generated tactical RPG. And that is a mouthful, of course, but it's the games I like, in any case. And it takes a lot of inspiration from Dungeons and Dragons, believe it or not. Of course, it's not like we have a lot of those type of games already, like Baldur's Gate 3, you know. But this is nothing like that. This is a top-down. You'll see in a bit. But anyway, I like this game a lot because the character customization and all the things they do and say and can gain and achieve is just so incredibly vast for a game that's going under the radar a lot, actually. I've only ever seen like two people play this um, on YouTube. So yeah, I hope that I will introduce you into a game that is really great in my opinion. And guess what? It's only under $20 on Steam, and last I checked at least. And I got it on sale, which is pretty cool. So, but I'm doing a lot of talking. I'll just I'll just start playing. So anyway, uh, you can tell I've played this game ostensibly beforehand. If you can recognize that all these are all previous characters from other campaigns that I've done. So I'm not going into this blind. I already know what I'm doing, but without further ado, I will play. Let's do a new story. And here we have a couple of campaigns here that we could choose from. I'm going to do one that I like a lot. My favorite campaign, I'd say, is the Enduring War. A centuries-old war resurfaces, bringing with it questions of humanity, identity, and the price of ambition. Five-chapter story with Morthagi as the main threat. And I should probably, fair warning, I am not a great reader. I can't read very well. I have to make a huge effort to read a page of words. So, yeah, my throat does get dry, so if you hear a pause, that's most likely me getting something to drink, of course. Just letting you know beforehand so you don't yell at me in the comments. Not like you would. Anyway. Sorry about that. Anyway, moth in my room. Anyway, I have to keep the difficulty at around adventurer because standard difficulty. The lands are dangerous but won't punish you too harshly for mistakes, as this says. So they're also storyteller, which is as it says on the tin, focus on telling stories with more control over the outcomes. But I do like this, but I also like difficulty. So adventure is where it's at for me. If you play this, you may end up favoring walking lunch. Why? But hey, I'm not judging. You can also customize the difficulty, which I recommend you do if you're more savvy with the game. But if you just want to play a game, start out, first time playing either adventurer if you like a bit of difficulty, or storyteller if that's what you like. But I'm gonna pick adventure for this. This is also carved in stone, which I don't like, because basically hardcore mode, all progress is autosaved and game over is final, no retries, reloads. Not like I do that anyway, but I just don't like the thought of not being able to do that. Anyway, also no mods, because one, I don't have any, and two, I didn't make any, and they are pretty easy to make, but I, I just don't want to do that. You can also put in a custom map seed if you like, but it's good enough for me as it is, so I'll just click next. So let's look, here we go. And now we go into party selection, character creation. If we click on any of these portraits, you can inspect them and customize them any way you like. And the thing about this is you can actually do this in-game as well. You can give them beards when they're halfway through if they didn't have any facial hair. You know. But anyway, you could just randomize, of course. Click this a couple times, get someone okay, and then you can just go from there. But what I do like doing is legacy campaigns where it's you take characters from previous campaigns and you put them in there. And I like that because it's actually geared for doing that, this game. They can level up and then become max level by doing that. And I'll get more into it if there's another episode of this where I do that, but for now, I'm just gonna do 3 original characters to start, and uh, I will customize the Mystic because I kind of want to put a self-insert into here. Like I do that every campaign, but yeah. But this time I can do it as well. So here we go. This looks like a good template. We have War on Mirror. What should the name be? Suppose I could just click the randomize button a couple times. Janoth Gast. How about Janoth Rapid Buster? Because Rapid Buster is the surname of all my characters. Well, all the characters who are basically me, of course. Me and related to me and all that jazz. And what you can see here, a couple options, but these 3 check marks allow random rivalries, romances, and children. This is important to the story because your characters can eventually get into romances and rivalries and have children. This spans multiple decades or just multiple years depending on the campaign, but the campaign can be pretty long. And these guys can age, grow old, have children, fall in love, fall into rivalries, all that stuff. But the important point of these is whether or not it's up to the story or up to you for any of these. So I like to keep these all checked because I don't really have a preference for who the heck does what, you know? So, but I will change other stuff. All this looks good. The voice between masculine A and B. A is more like, yelly, and B is more less voiced, but I'm gonna choose A this time because I always choose B. This isn't really, none of this matters. None of this matters. Well, that's a lie. Gender matters, attracted to matters, body type matters, voice, not so much. Because gender is obviously gender. You got male, female, non-binary, very inclusive. Body type, masculine, feminine, voice, which I showed you. Attracted to women, men, or anyone, of course. This game could be entirely random if you like, but for this at least, I'm going to make him sort of a little more narrow, and tall is fine. I like this sort of head shape here, and I do like this face. I usually pick this face for my dudes, but this one's fine. And the hairstyle, yeesh. Your barber did you horrible, my guy. Oh yeah, huge selection of hair. Feminine haircuts are at the top, male haircuts at the bottom, but of course you can pick any for any. Ooh. This one's fine. Facial hair, let's give him a bit of stubble. Skin's fine, hair's fine. And here's the primary, secondary colors. Basically like his hair and his armor. No, what am I saying? His clothes and his armor. And I like to have my primary be blue and secondary be yellow for all my self-inserts. It's a little greenish. There we go. And they will look a little drab here, but with the more vibrant armors, it will show. And that's the Customize tab. We can move on to Stats to see his stats. All this, I don't really tend to look at too much. It's there. I don't really need to see it, but there are people who like to look at each thing individually, like, ooh, what's this? This does that? Great. But I'm not really that type of guy. I'm talking too much, though. Here's what really matters in the Stats tab, the personality. This determines how your character will interact with other characters and what they'll do in story events sometimes, but basically you can move these up or down. Like healer is basically compassion, the compassion stat. You can move this up and down to tell the character how much of a healer, of how much compassionate he is. This could be really low or really high. You can even have it be at the bottom. But that doesn't mean no compassion. That just means 9 compassion as opposed to 80 compassion. But I do like my guys to be compassionate, so at least a little bit. Coward, not so much, but maybe this guy's different. A leader, I'm no leader, but maybe this guy is. He can be secondary leader. Hothead, no way. I'll move that down a bunch. And if you're wondering, you can't just click and drag, you have to press these buttons to do that. But anyway, and loner, yep, that's me. All the way at the top, always. And, oh yeah, I'm very snarky. This will just be a projection of myself, I guess, for this campaign at the very least. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Here's my personality. If we go into relationships, Janoth has no relationships right now, but will develop them over the course of his career. That just basically means how much friends he is with someone, how much in love he is with someone, how much someone irritates him. But anyway, and now we move on to history. We have 3 hooks here: loyal, dreamer, inhabited. We can leave them how they are. That seems interesting. Raised by a single mother who sold miracles in a lonesome hilltop shack, Janoth and his 3 sisters admire her endlessly and hope to be able to provide for her someday. For some reason, he always had nightmares at a place called Blessed Elm Hedge. No memory of ever going there, and he hoped never to find it. Demonic voices whispered and rang inside him. To avoid facing them, he faced danger and said, "Yeah, edgy, wow." But that's fine. And here are aspects as well. We have the enduring aspects and the gear aspects. Basically, what he is intrinsically and what he has on, what he's wearing. He's of course alive. He's a farmer, and here are the 3 hooks: dreamer, inhabited, and loyal. And he's of course human, as you can tell, which gives him all these base stats. And he's young. He's only 21 years old, and that gives him plus 15 charisma. And that's it for here, except for these 3 other grayed out stats tabs. Excuse me. Abilities, gear, and combat. Abilities is what he's able to do in for stuff in a battle or something. Gear is what he's wearing. And combat is what he's able to do in combat. These 2 may seem redundant at first, but trust me, they're not. And once we get into them, I can show you. But you can't change them in this character creation menu because, well, you're just starting out. But in any case, I think Janoth is looking fine, so we're good there. And now we have Bess, the future warrior, a cowardly goofball. Venhen, future hunter, cowardly hothead, 2 cowards, wow. And me, Janoth, future mystic, decisive loner. So, that's good for these guys. Starting calamities is advanced, recommended for 0 in this campaign, but you can go all the way to 100. And a calamity is basically how strong your enemies are. When a calamity happens, it can increase their enemy stats and give them certain properties and even make new enemies entirely. But that's later, and you'll see it firsthand when we get into the campaign. So, I've done all this talking. You're probably bored. You're probably skipping around. When's this guy gonna start? Right now. Growing the lands. Takes just a bit to put all this together. And here we are. And the story is told in comic book format. So, you like to see it. So, oh, and disclaimer, if I sound sick, it's because I am. Why do I always record when I'm sick? You may be wondering. No clue. Anyway, 1,000 years earlier, Lorlev, the initial limbs were a success, and I'm confident the premise is sound. The thought of that sickness taking you first is too much to bear. We can ride this out together. We can endure. Roll credits. Ren, you can't be serious. Click. There were things they told us of. Things without souls that walk in forgotten places, following orders from centuries ago. Don't linger in caves. Don't delve too deep. Could be more thoggy down there. I always imagined them as big clocks with legs, and it seemed kinda silly. Huh. Nightjaw was always our go-to threat growing up. Now that was a monster. Things in the dark can be left unseen. Krark. Until suddenly, they can't. What's this? It's a dude, but he's made of metal and bones. Run. Crash. Thump. Venhen, my girlfriend is totally out of control. Right, you're very funny, but clank, kzt, crack, crunch. A lot of onomatopoeia. You'll see a lot of that. Oh, that's a fun word, onomatopoeia. It just means the sounds make in word form. That's all. Come here, you nightmares. I'm ready. Bess, grab whatever you can swing and come on. Now we get to choose something here. For Bess, we could choose a rivalry between her and Venhen, a friendship or a romance, and honestly, rivals sounds fun. Or no, it's between her and him. Why did I think? Well, this is fine. Ugh, weapon, right. Let's see if we can get at them from multiple sides. And now we're constructing the mission. And here we are. We got a combat modifier for stoicism. All heroes, +1 armor/warding. Okay. And we're facing up against a Spectic and Sommelier. And I know how to pronounce that. That is a feat of my learning. Gears crick and knuckles crack. Its one grasping claw reaches in strains. Hissing tubes, a gulping pump, it teeters forward on spindly legs, trailing virulent vapors. Okay, so here we are. This is the combat board. It is very much papercraft in aesthetic, as you can tell. I'm all for that. So, doesn't look like we have any monsters here just yet. They may be within the fog of war. But, of course, there's only one way to find out. We'll move Bess up here. And, oh yes, I also have the speed set to ×2. And yeah, 1 second. Alright, there we go. I put everything back to ×1. I play things a little fast, things like this at least, and it may be difficult to keep up with, so I put it back to ×1 for everything. Okay, so here we have the Spectic up here. It's one of them. And, oh yeah, we have a movement here. Up here is the action points we have. The two rhombuses here are the regular actions, and this feather is a free action. And the free action is taken up when the last action is taken up, and really it's not too complicated. I don't really want to have to explain it to you. Of course, not that I wouldn't want to explain, I just mean, I feel like it'd be better if you just observe to see how it works. But, of course, this is by no means a tutorial or anything, I'm just playing here, but if you want to know how things work, you know. Anyway, I used up my action point already, one of them, by moving Bess forward a couple tiles in the green, and now there's only yellow left. Green tiles are tiles you can move to and still have an action point left, and yellow tiles take up the whole turn for the character. And because I don't want to run into this thing so soon, I'll just wait. And then I'll do the same with Janoth. I'll wall with the Bess. Walling is a thing that increases defense if two human characters are together. I'll wait again, and I'll move up over here, because I can't do anything otherwise. Looks like we were hit anyway, but at least we were hit close to friends, so. Okay, now let's hit this thing with the frying pan. Frying pan, drying pan. I can use this thing as a drying pan. Yeah. We'll move him up a little closer to protect Bess. We'll wait. And Venhen has a bow, so he can shoot this thing from all the way over there. Ooh, that critical hit. That did a lot. 3 damage. Smelly has moved over there. We dodged that. That's cool. And we are in range to attack. Go get him. Oh no, it dodged. Can Venhen save the day? Yes, he can. Alrighty, folks. That was victory. We got experience for it. 5 for each of us. Bess Leatherfoot is now a Greenhorn warrior. Bess has grown stronger. Warriors like Bess are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. So we get to choose an ability here. Oh, I've never got Wolf Call before. That's cool. That's weird because I played this for a while, but maybe that's part of the new update. I don't know. Anyway, let me see. I think I like broad swipes. Bess's melee attacks deal 2 damage to all of the foes within range. It's calculated with damage is 2 plus 1/2 bonus damage plus potency. So that's cool. Venhen is now a Greenhorn warrior. And I think you should have ambush. He draws back using a ranged attack on the first enemy who enters the threatened tiles, dealing extra plus 2 damage. If the shot is not sprung, Venhen gets a free attack at the beginning of his next turn. I like this one. Janoth the Professor is now a Greenhorn Mystic. Mystic is basically just like the mage, and they could do something called Inner Fusion, which is really cool, and you'll see it a little later, but for now, basically, it's like you can make objects do stuff for you, you know. Ooh, arches. Janoth bonds with the earth and summons from a seedling and silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. I like this one. And we get an item as well, a Stormflint necklace. Necklace of overlap and gold plates. Gives us potency plus 0.07. 0.7, sorry. Potency is damage added to inner fusion attacks, also factored into some abilities. So, of course, that would go to the Mystic, naturally. Okay. That was that. So, first order of business, we break these things down and hack up their parts. Second order, though, we can't very well go back to sleeping cobblestones after this, as tempting as it is. Right? Janoth's right. Little things don't matter anymore. Like who still hasn't returned whose favorite hammer? We have to rise to meet this. We'll hunt them. We'll find them. We'll dig these splinters out of the world. We'll need a company name. Something to remind us of who we are now. How we changed on this day. I was thinking we get to choose the name here. We got 3 pre-chosen ones, or we could enter our own name. Let's enter the own name. We get randomly generated as well. So let's see what this gives us. Guessing that's it. Yeah. The command of the burdenless Mustang? The Rangers of the Ashen Gauntlet. Okay, that sounds cool. Yep. Second try's the charm, I guess. You think it's sufficiently intimidating? Here follow the tales of the Rangers of the Ashen Gauntlet. Be remembered. Okay, calamities. Here's what I was talking about. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. Muthagi have some melee extra armor. This monster is now stronger, plus 1 armor. And we cannot cancel this, but we can cancel some, just not this one. That goes here. And we are fighting the Morthagi primarily, but we also have Deepists, Drauven, Gorgons, and no Thrixel, because they're not present in this game. And I think you'll get to see all these over the course of this campaign, except for the Thrixel here, at least for this one. But yeah, different monsters belong to different factions, I guess. But of course, you never see them fight each other, which is kind of a missed opportunity in my book, but that's fine. This game is already huge as it is. I wouldn't really expect it to go for that far. Anyway, here's the world map. Kind of limited, as you can see, but it will become a bigger circle as the chapters progress. I know we're on chapter 1, And what we have to do is clear all hostile sites and then locate Willock Forge. Well, here's Willock Forge over here, but we've had reports of more Thuggy activity near Willock Forge, but we can't go to it yet because we need to clear all hostile sites first. Sorry, that dang moth. I think his name's Johnson. I named him, yeah. That's how. Anyway, looks like we have an opportunity to recruit somebody. Someone at Singing Wall wishes to join the Rangers of the Ashen Gauntlet. So it cost us 3 legacy points, but up here you can see we have 5. So not too much of a dent to our legacy points, but we can get them back. And we'll get a ton if we conserve them well at the end of the chapter. So anyway, let's do it. We'll send these guys to recruit somebody. Looks like we have Loeb, the compassionate goofball. Let's check him out. Lobhue. Wow. Let's see what he's physical, brash, distant. Older folks always commented on Loeb's imposing stature as a boy. It made him self-conscious about displaying his gifts. Life among rogues was fun. They always found a way to turn their talents to the public good, which is important. But Loeb knew after a while that he'd outgrown it. He moved on. He wanted to be a father, to raise affable and unburdened kids in good health. Okay, alright, yeah. Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Loeb! Loeb, you left the bread in again. The whole batch is charcoal now. Hate it when that happens. Ah! Don't bother coming in tomorrow. We are done with this. I have more than paid off the favor I owed your aunt in a grumble mutter. I wasn't excited about being a baker anyway. It's okay, I can't cook squat. Just like me. It's just, sheesh, now I've burned through more jobs than I care to admit. Like what? Gardening was a bust. I could keep rabbits away, but the plants didn't care. The smith said I was all spark and no bellows, whatever that means. And weaving, let's just say they had to cut me loose. You know, when the weavers have to cut you loose, you did something horrible. Man. So, and not to sound rude, but what are you good at? I could fight, but nobody needs bodyguards in Singing Wall right now. And I'm not going to swagger out of town and go looking for trouble myself. Unless... Then how about swaggering out of town with the Rangers of the Ashen Gauntlet? We could use another set of hands. Okay, now we can train him as either a warrior, hunter, or mystic. I'm thinking hunter, because those guys are good for flanking the enemy. There he is behind a bush. He's becoming one with the wilds. Okay, now he'll need time to get his stuff together, so we'll need to pass some time for that. But don't worry, we have all the time in the world right now. We are not on a time limit currently, but that might change in the next chapter. Okay, looks like he's done. Lobhue is now a greenhorn hunter. What do I want? Foxfly sounds good. It's passive and active. Loeb has +1 speed. Once per combat, as a swift action, activate to dodge the next 2 attacks against him. Disables passive though. That could be fun. Okay, now we are a party of 4. Let's see. We'll need to build a pass to get across here. But for now, let's investigate this bog over here. Angenmoss Bog. Scout this tile for more information. Sounds good. And yeah, you have to scout tiles. Yeah, you have to scout tiles in order to find information about them and travel across them. Because we can't go here because there's a mountain range in the way. But if there weren't, then it would still say you can't go there because this tile, which is between them, is not scouted. So you need to scout stuff to pass through them. And that takes time. So we better use it. And hey, as I said, we have all the time in the world. So, yeah. Angenmoss Bog has been revealed. And this looks like it's a hostile site, so let's assault. Let's go. This place gives me the creeps. Jeepers! What kind of weirdos would want to live here? I don't think anyone ever lived here. Look, it's all wide open. Until the roof caved in, there would have been no cover at all. It must have been built well inside a settled territory, well after defenses and other necessary structures. Yep, open concept homes. Don't do it. Not very defensible. If you look close, you can see how beautifully it was once decorated. It was a shrine. Oh, okay. Am I the only person wondering to whom or to what? Our shrine experiences have been a little varied. We might learn something about the builders if we looked in that chest over there. It's going to need all three of us to get it open. 1, 2, 3. That is a huge chest. What do you store in a chest that big? Let's find out. Well, that's... I'm not sure what that is. It's not that so much as a them. Are those legs? I think so. So it's a lower third of a statue? Wait, why would anyone store a statue in the... team? Weapons out, the party's coming to us. The party's coming to us, rather. Okay, Sommelier, 2 Spectics. Okay. They are probably in here. So let's... I'll get Janoth to open the door. Nobody home? Not yet. Let's get Venhen over here. And then Bess will follow close behind. Loeb as well. Okay. Now, let's open up. There's everybody. Okay. And Loeb, he had... No, sorry. Venhen. Loeb's on Archer 2, but Venhen is the one attacking currently. He has a bow, but he can't shoot this guy, because it's behind a structure, the wall. And he can't shoot this guy, because he's behind another enemy. And unless he gets piercing arrows, he can only attack this guy, so that's what we can do. Now Bess can come in, slam it with her firing pan. And now Loeb can not finish him off. As you can see from that health bar, the glowy bit is how much it'll do with a 76% chance, it says. Unless we have 50% chance to stun. Nope, it dodged. Okay. Now, let me show you inner fusion. We can do inner fuse here. And we can choose a piece of scenery or a flame. Currently, it's only scenery. And this barrel allows us to do Splinter Blast or Shackle. I'll do Splinter Blast because it's an area of effect. It will affect all of these. And watch this. Right? That's what Mystics do best. Now, theoretically, any class can do anything, but only Mystics can interfuse. Primarily, of course. There is a certain object that allows anyone to interfuse, but currently, Mystics are special because they are the only ones wielding interfusion, while anyone can wield a bow or anyone can wield a sword and such. It's just how you know how that goes. Okay. The Spectic is dead. Now we can come in with Loeb. Shoot that thing. Oh, that's stunted. Stunting is just critical hit, by the way. And now let's interfuse with this lantern. And we can steal fire onto the Sommelier. Okay. And that's that. Another successful battle. Not very much experience, but that's only because it's been divided against... Oh wow. Janoth and Bess have fallen in love. Yep, that's the random romance which was enabled for both of them. So, yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, the more people you have in your party, the less experience each one gets individually, because there's a set amount of experience after every battle that everyone gets, but it's divided amongst everybody in the party, and relatively evenly, so yeah, keep in mind, the more people you have, the less experience they'll get. So, yeah. Okay, and we've got a gravel pelt talisman from that. Gives us armor 0.5. I think I should go to Bess, because she's the warrior here. Okay, great. Hey, look what I found. A clue to the people who built this place. I got this lid open myself. I think it's more of the statue. The middle piece, right? The torso? Oh, don't tell me there's going to be another chest with a head. If that's the torso, it must have been about twice my height. It probably fit into one of these alcoves. What is going on? Excuse me. Let's go look at those other chests. I bet the head's in one of them. Yeah. Doesn't it bother anyone else that the statue was stored in 3 separate... Found it. Here's the head. Oh wow, it's like head day or something. I found a head too. 2 heads. I mean, a stone head, not an actual head. That would be gross. What's going on with my mouse? Yours is a stone head too, right? Later. Are you sure this is a good idea? Why not? The site is secure, and we did say our mission was to bring peace and civilization to the Wandering Lands. Art is a piece of civilization, right? You're right, yeah. The only question is, what head do we use? We have 50% chance of this, 50% chance of this, or we could just leave the thing alone. I like frogs. No question in my mind, there aren't nearly enough frogs in the world. Frogs are cool. A lot of people think frogs are gross or icky, but really that's just because they're moist. They need to hydrate their skin because they don't have the part of the skin that retains moisture, like in every other animal group besides fish, you know? But they're just chilling. They're doing their thing. Frogs are cool. Here we go. Ka-chink. Frog. Oh, it's coming to life. Oh, groan, creak, boing, thud, creak, boing, thud. That feels wonderful. I got so stiff all those years in that box. Okay, statue's alive. Yeah, these shenanigans happen all the time in Wildermyth. Yeah, don't even worry about it. I shall give a gift to you who set me free. Look in the last chest over there. Another chest, okay. Now to see how the world has changed. Off he goes. Ooh, we got Dusty Drab. Cool, that's for me. Tier 0 replaced with Tier 1. Very nice. I like Dusty Drab because it provides more armor, yet less warding of spell damage than their robe counterpart, but I do like the look of it. Anyway, let's claim that. Calamities. Smelia gets extra health now. And here's a neat detail. Every story event adds a little thing to the map if it's applicable, you know. So now what we can do is after we've cleared this hostile site, we can secure it so that people can inhabit it. Scramble the bones, paint over the blood, stuff the garbage into nooks. That's what I do. Secure Song Mirror Tomes. This site can provide resources now and at the end of each chapter. Very important. Spend resources to upgrade hero weapons and armor. Yeah, you'll need to do a lot of that. But really, you could only do it at the end of each chapter when it lets you upgrade everybody. It's kind of tedious in between chapters, but you'll see. We either investigate thoroughly or finish or work faster. We're not on a time limit right now, so we have ample opportunity to spend as much time as we want. Let's find an item. Let's go. This will take a while as well, but it'll be worth the wait because we'll get an item from this. Secure site completed. Thorough delving through the mysteries of Song Mirror Tomes has proven rewarding. I was mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest. Song Mirror Tomes will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Very nice. We got 1 fabric and 2 spell threads. And a Stormfoot Scarf, which gives us potency 0.7, so we'll give that to Janoth, naturally. Man, he's getting all the good stuff. By no bias of mine, I mind you. Okay, now that we're done here, let's move on to Hogwilds. And it's a little slower because it's at 1 times speed. No, I did mention that, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, it's been revealed. It's a hostile site, and it's currently infested as well. So, ain't nothing else to do. Let's assault. Attack! Has anybody seen any of those telltale scrap piles yet? Fog, I still think I could barely see anything. We'll probably hear more Thoggy before we see them at this rate. Yeah, they are pretty loud. Maybe... Oh, it's an awfully pretty patch of flowers to be in a gloomy place like this. Funny shape they're in now that you mention it. That looks like a footprint. Gravity Falls. It's not just me, right? It's a giant flowering footprint. This rings a bell. I remember drawing this very clearly, but the context is... Give me a minute. What was that? Woom, woom. There's something moving through the forest. Something huge. Caw, caw. Thum. Hang on, we're in Lonescar Tannery, right? Oh no. The Strider of Lonescar Tannery. What? Yeah, what is he talking about? A giant of terrible beauty, dooming those who look upon it. And you're just remembering this now? Did you say doom? Doomed. Ooh. Well, now I've gotta know what this thing is. Heck yeah, Venhen. Are you sure we should go chasing after whatever was huge enough to make that print? We're not afraid of no ghost. I mean, of stomping things in mist. Come on. Stomping and mist are fine. It's more the doom part. This would be easier if I could see more than 10 feet in front of my face. Woom. Skist, wrestle. Oh no, Morthagi. The Strider, the Morthagi. Oh. Oh no. Shoof. Wow. Yeah, he wasn't lying. Janoth wasn't lying. Look at that thing. Come to me, brave one. Oh. What's this? What's that thing on his head? Creak. Woom. Shoom. They're close. Get ready. Oh no, time stopping. Man, every powerful being has the ability to stop time, don't you think? What's on your face? Doom. Okay, very standard stuff here. But let's see what's going on with Venhen. Botanical transformation. Venhen's blood runs a little green. Leaf mark. Leafy crest blooms from Venhen's forehead. Gives him plus 10 recovery rate. Oh, cool. It's better it though. Well, it for now. It's a transformation, so it'll advance over time. At the end of each chapter, you'll get the choice to advance it. It can move to a limb or torso. So yeah, it's great. I like transformations. Anyway, can just kill this thing right away. Here we go. And the smelly won't be a problem either. Oh, maybe it will. Oh, it looks like there's some bones here. So we can do Bone Lance. Great. One of my favorite interfusion attacks, because that does massive damage, as you can tell. And it'll only do more the more potency your Mystic has. So yeah, it's great. That and fire attacks. Those are what you gotta look for. Let's finish this thing off. There we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, it'll get much harder though. This is just the beginning. This is only the beginning of everything. This is gonna get way harder. Okay. Not the greatest idea just going in there, but really, what else could we have done? I think I'll... Yeah, okay. Someone needs to protect this guy. Let's all just charge right in, I guess. Okay, yeah, Loeb took massive damage. Or at least massive compared to the amount of health he has. That was only 3, but that's because he has... anyway. I think I'll wall, actually. And then, let's get rid of this. We'll have to draw from this, because we can't... It's out of range for any of these up here. Anyway. Oh, well we have another Bone Lance here. Perfect, perfect. Okay, 5 damage, not bad. Alright. Okay, left with 1 damage on that thing, and oh, Loeb, you better not die here. Okay, I thought I was gonna target Loeb. Get out of here. Okay. Final hit. There we go. Is that it? That's it. Great. Victory. This may get a little repetitive at times, but trust me, it is all well worth it. it gets better. This is just the beginning after all. Stormflame Sash, potency again. Okay, Janoth, you are getting outfitted very stylishly. Okay, no idea why he's getting all the good stuff, but that's completely fine. I love a good Mystic. Calamities. We now have the Watchman card. A new card is added to the Morthagi deck. The deck is more dangerous now. Great. Okay, great. Yeah, you know. Danger. We live for that. So, we can secure this place now. Let's find an item. Okay. 2 hides. And Tiger Shroud Ring. Accuracy. Finally, something that doesn't give potency. Venhen. That's good. Oh, there is a pass here. We don't need to build one. But there isn't a pass here, from here to here. So maybe there's a pass from here to here. Let's see. Didn't see that there. Someone's feeling. Lonely Plot Tops has been revealed. And it looks like there's no pass here. But there may be one here. So let's get there. Let's assault. Let's go. Let's clear these bone things. Here's a thought. Maybe Gore Moore Laffrey isn't as dangerous as he's believed. Ooh, I love this scenario. Crick. Creak. Crash. Huh? Where'd Bess? Down here. Bess's step has broken the hidden covering of a hunting pit, and she's fallen scuffling and scraping into a dark rocky hole. You alright? Hurt? Can't quite see you. How far down are you? Oh, far enough. Have to admit it though, it's kind of hilarious. What are the odds? Right? We're close to where these things were spotted. If this is a trap, do we have time to help her? We most certainly do. Give me a second. I'll jump down and help her. With a 100% chance. Wow. Doesn't take Loeb long at all. He climbs nimbly down and helps Bess back up to the top. And not a moment too soon. Great. Fortitude. Plus 2 temporary hit points. Great. And here's that Watchman. Oh, and a Leaf Spirit. Ooh, these things are great. So a spirit, basically, there is a fire spirit, water spirit, earth spirit, leaf spirit, you know, basic platonic elements. It's just these things. If you go adjacent to them, like for example, if I send Venhen up here, he'll catch it and he has an opportunity to let it go, or he can enchant his weapon. One of his weapons. Excitable little thing. You have to run so far? Bree, you know. So let's enchant his tier 0 bow, and it'll get replaced with tier 1 leaf bow. You could get a legacy point from that, but it's just 1, and it's not very much compared to an enchanted weapon. So let's get that. Here we have the Crow Pride of Syria, a tier 1 leaf bow. A well-made bow, imbued with the wild-growing spirit of leaves. And here's the leaf effect. Stunt effect grants 2 temp health to the hero. That's for all leaf weapons, by the way. I don't think it's very randomized. But there's also artifact weapons, which could basically do anything. Anything from like lowering your charisma to, say, I don't know, doubling your stun chance. But that's neither here nor there. Now we have this. Let's claim it, and he's better off for it. So probably gonna wall with him because they're right there. And yep. Okay. Let's see, can we... Okay. Looks like we are perfectly in range, and they didn't attack us yet. Great. Just get rid of this spectic. And over here, infuse this rubble. Let's shackle the Watchmen so they don't go anywhere. That pins it, which basically means it's immobile now. And let's get rid of this. Not quite though. In due time. Acid. Yuck. Good thing we pinned that, because now Bess can go up there. Okay. This table will be great. Now we can do barrage. It's another area of effect. Oh wow. Great. That went wonderfully. Alright, nice. Yeah. Meager earnings, but they stack up, so I wouldn't worry. Tiger Shard knee pads, accuracy 5. Let's give that to Loeb. The Morthagi are mashed apart. Battles led them down a boulderous roam where gray grass matches the cloud color. Someone doing dragon features? Hey, Janoth! Old Janoth Rapid Buster, the Magic Man. He's a Magic Man. You badly hurt? Hmm? So what's your favorite monster? Oh, why? I guess none of them. Well, the Banyan Man. I always understood. Banyan Man. What is a Banyan Man? Gotta be a classic, like a skeleton. Got that amiable expression all the time. I wouldn't call it amiable. But anyway, those answers are fine, but some of us will always love a dragon. I don't know. Part of me, my heart goes out to beings like the dragons, lonely in their majesty. I'd be friends with the dragon. Yeah, I'd be friends with the dragon too. Make her laugh sparks. Wouldn't you love to be friends with the dragon? Who can say they're friends with the dragon? Anyway, can't wait until we're around a fire. Stories will soar. Calamity. We have welding now. These guys, basically the sommelier, except they spew fire instead of acid, and yeah. Fire does a lot more damage than acid. But it does also have a lower chance of hitting, and if it does hit, it'll spawn fire on the tile it hits on, so yeah, not good. So I should focus on getting these guys out quick, or I might be in for a little trouble. But the upside to that, this me being optimistic, my mystics can interfuse with the flames that it creates, and then counterattack with those flames, use it right back at him. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. As long as you have a mystic in your party, fire is no problem. Okay, let's secure this place. Uh-oh, calamities. Okay, now, these are the calamities you can stop, and they basically, this is a timer up here, this one. It's the amount of days before a new calamity, and you can cancel these. They all cost 1 legacy point to cancel, and you can, and you probably should, but me, I'm not going to do that. I love legacy points, I love having a lot of them, whether, I don't know why, but at the end of a chapter, though, maybe this is why, you can promote your heroes into the legacy, and that's why they're called legacy points, because that's what they're used for. And the more you have, the more you're able to do for each hero. So I like to hoard them basically, and calamities don't really bother me all too much anyway. So I think I'm fine with this. All right, great. Let's keep going. And this timer up here is the incursion timer. We'll come to learn about incursions a little later. We got 2 ingots and 1 spell thread. Great. Starslate Cloak, Warding. Absorbs magic damage. Refreshes at the start of your turn. I think that'll go to Janoth, because he's the magic man after all. And doesn't he just look sick with a cape? I mean, that is a killer outfit already. Look at that. Claim. Okay. Moving on. Let's scout here. And hopefully, there's a pass. Maybe we need to build one, as this is alluding to. Yeah, we'll need to build a pass. Okay. Oh yeah, and water tiles are impassable, and so are mountain tiles. So yeah, they do add a bit of diversity to the world, but they're also impassable, which makes them kind of wonky to deal with, but that's fine. Anyway, let's click here, build a pass. I imagine we'll awaken some kind eye beast from the crystalline depths. Should we carry around a lemon juice and some squirters? Carve a pass. A pass allows heroes to cross mountain ranges. Passes take time to carve. Let's get started. Everybody. Yeah, at this early, it's not, well, It's not advised, but there's also no consequences against splitting your party up. But for infested tiles, those tiles with the thorny veins across it, if there are 2 or less party members on that tile, they have a chance to get ambushed, and that's not good. So you want to stick together in the early stages, especially. Passageway open. Okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, this scenario. Already? Anyway. Yeah, this is cool. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's cool. What's wrong? I sense magic. Excuse me. Mathagi? No. This feels more like something is lingering. Come on, it's this way. What is it? It's an overgrown mess, that's what it is. Help me uncover it. Soon. There we go. Ah, that's a nice strong font. What a rush. What are you talking about? We just pulled some weeds. I don't feel anything. It's the font of Spellthread. It feels like someone is pouring honeyed sunlight woven with strands of fire through my body. Honeyed sunlight? Yes, sunlight and starshine. While at the same time it's an unfurling to the world around you. To the spirit of a place or thing. Objects have spirits? Well, not like conscious ones. It's more that we're connected to everything. Spellthread, woven between all of reality. Sometimes I feel like there's an entire world that I'm missing. And we get to choose here. I know what these do, but I won't tell you. What happens when you touch it? Well, I don't know. I've always sort of worked with the energies from afar. Let's find out. Uh-huh. Whoa. Oof. Oh, look at that. Are you okay, Bess? Yes, I'm okay. I'm blue, yabba-dee, yabba-dang. I know. Poor taste joke. Unfunny. Horrible. Excommunicate this man. Wow. Like honey and starlight. It's sunlight. Yep, see what I told you? And fire. And I feel connected. Yes, exactly. To everything around me. Or is there even a me? Am I not the same as that tree? As that? Come on, Bess. We can chat about this on the road. Okay. Now Bess is blue. But that's not all. But wait, there's more. Here we go. She has a transformation of spell touched. Best touched raw primal known as has been marked. She has blue skin. Best's flesh has taken on a magical hue. She has passives of -1 bonus damage, +2 potency, and +10 recovery rate. So that's fine. Fine and good, yeah. And I believe this may allow her to interfuse as well. I'm not sure. I mean, we can check. Let's see here. Um, Maybe not yet. Maybe it has an advance. But anyway, moving on. We can build a station here to earn resources. Hills for the hill folk. Might get lost on a hole, so I'm in. The Wormtown Masons Guild has identified a prime spot for a quarry. The hill druids say little, but the seasonal spirits are known to require a henge. Still, taverns full of miners swear there's ore in them hills. Build a station to spend 1 legacy point. Now, I did say I like to hoard these things, but what's 1 legacy point? You know? Stations provide resources at the end of each chapter. Spend resources to upgrade hero weapons and armor. Yes. Now, the thing about this is that you kind of get low on certain resources, because most of the stuff is like tanneries and outfitters and stuff like that, but these are kind of rare, at least for me. So I would like ingots, very much so, because I don't have enough of those at all anytime I play. So I will like 2 ingots, please. Let's go. Here it is. Mine dug. Wormside mine produces multiple ingots. Great. Alright, now the only hostile site left apart from Willock Forge is Goatfield. I think you know why they call it that, but anyway, let's go. Uh-oh, more calamities. I'm not doing anything about it. Come on, bring the heat. I can take it. Let's go. Goat field has been revealed. Oh no, something's been infested. Um, Lonely Plot Tops, that is here? Yeah, it's been infested, but don't worry. This infestation is branching off of this, which means if this is cleared, so will this. But this does strengthen this, so yeah. I could clear it if I wanted to, but I'm doing this right now, so let's go. Oh yeah, and looks like Draven are here, so yeah. You'll get to see a different monster group this time. Shy in the Shadow. Oh wow, this is a long, long scenario. Not like excruciatingly long, but if this is the like 10th time you've played this scenario, it's long. So hopefully you guys are new to this, and I will maybe take multiple breaks to take a swig of my drink. So yeah, I keep looking at the sky. I wish I could talk to a drow right now. Share a pie. Know what I mean? No. Because then I know what kind of pie they like at least. Turkey pie? There's always bird bones around their fire pits. Hmm. Yeah. Sorry. Don't want to talk maybe? No, dear, it's... Oh yeah, they're in love. Ew, yuck. Cooties. Scree owl. Kotaro, Kotaro. Swoop. I had a teddy bear named Corduroy as a kid. Don't know why I thought of that. Just sounded like, I guess. Chris Slash. You wouldn't string much sleep together since we entered these thickets, so don't get far from me. I'm better rested. You're watching me sleep? I'll be good, love, thanks. Yeah, all good partners shouldn't watch their other partners sleep. Creepy? No, not at all. You should watch your partner sleep now. Thriss. Kotaro. Good ladder. Scrowl. Scrowl. Sprash. Clorang. Leap. Koro. Throft. Koro. Kotaro. Did we pick the wrong house? This is the screamy one, right? Mew. Don't even know what's Kotaro. Watch it. Leap. Koro. Scatter. Koro. Hey. Is it sad that his playmate ran away? Kotaro. Did that look like playing to you? I'm saying it didn't to me. Owner's not home? Was someone forced to abandon their house? Maybe by this weird little gloom thing? Look to have left in winter. Still in the warm weather clothes are left. Kotaro. Koro. I'm not imagining it. That thing's depressed. Lady, you don't know depression. And maybe it is, but we can't actually know why. Well, it doesn't seem to hate us. I'll keep my wand steady all the same. Just saying. Anything that doesn't hate me, I'm going to be pretty excited. Ha! Same! Oh, wait, look, she came back. Is it maybe that the cat keeps bothering this thing? Kotaro. I don't know. There's this. A book? A little book. Whisk. Kotaro. Flip. Good when there's a book. Yeah. This one's weird. A journal. Notes. Records of a long thing. A task. Flip. Flip. Can I try and read some? Sure, I like listening to you. Kotaro. So it starts. Day 1. Today I start my dark little spell journal. So it's, yeah, a spell journal? Flipping through there's lists and drawings, diagrams, but it goes on. I shall here document lucidly and diligently as I may. My preparations, my processes, my observations. I do not yet know if, how, and to what effects this spell shall succeed, but I am resolved in my course to see it through. And there's an amendment. See it almost through. The final turn scares me. It's frightening magic we channel! Exclamation point. You know, I do love you. Why all this sudden? Just reminding yourself? A cramped indoor hour passes. Day 10. The spell is cast, and yet today she languishes, same as yesterday. Sleeps and raises her eyes blearily like a cat 9 times her age. Her voice lends in oddly bright music to the writer's unstylish lines. Day 34. I grow sure. Small signs that seem like delusions at first. Manufactured meanings, sprouted out of woman's hopeful imagination. They are like letters retraced, becoming starker, clearer. Things are changing. Herb dust, the seeping smoke of incense, books and their book covers, the tired beams of rosewood. These soft old cottage smells combine. Blanket weight, the mold odors sink around their shoulders, growing especially comfortable in this place and time, like winter warmth. Last entry. Noticing the writer likes to doodle. Makes me feel sorrier. But here it is. Day 62. My brain's become a fiddle string. As vibrating, focused, lonesome at that. My mind narrows, and every thought is a pressed note along the singing single strand. A solitary stem, from which not every sound or contemplation I would once have easily produced, may now flower. Describes what seems like a pretty frightening feeling, but admirably stays diligent, letting her record. Perhaps in old age would have always been like this. At least Shy continues to mend. For the first time today she ate with gusto. The whole herring I brought her. I've gone back in my old diaries to check. It's just been over 2 years. And as I must have noted previously, it's this extended span of smallest changes I find most heartening. The pattern and pace speak to me of momentum, steady motion that may carry forward, far into the future, if never near forever. Find myself fearing the end, but fear, too, is a new darling of mine. Mortal fear, fresh and clear and bright. It confirms for me that the world keeps its bargains. She strengthens as I waste down. This fate is what I wrought for myself, and for her. Let's not be sad. And though it appears the tweaks I made failed, I think of that midnight orchid so arduously hunted and harvested, so carefully separated, that those efforts have not done nothing to mitigate or smooth out the transfer of my years. Let's not get down about it. I feel bad for her. I actually have a plan in place, and it doesn't... Oh. Yeah, the lady wasn't dumb, was she? But, I am quite free of any regrets. Gratitude is what I feel. If you are reading this, believe me, mostly I am grateful. Now I wish to say, if you see Shy around, chase her off. That cat will live 1,000 years. I don't know where she'll go, but don't let her waste her new life here. For here, I will soon be bound. To what extent I shall eventually diminish, it seems hard to guess. I suspect I shall be nothing but a shadow soon. Oh, really? Shadow? Are you following? Lightless, thoughtless, meaningless, and without memory. A shade. May you live long, dear reader, never needing to learn the lengths you'd go to save the ones you would love. Kotaro. She signs her name. Athenin Sedge, foolish witch of Lankmeadow. So that's it. And this shadow thing is what's left of her? Seems like. Hiss. Okay, we get to choose here. Either choose to do what the lady wanted, chase the cat off, or we can choose something else. Something that you know is best. Sometimes you can't just do what people want, dear Janoth. Koro? Uh-huh. The cat knows. Shy agrees with me. What do you think she knows? It's feline to ignore instructions? Actually, yeah. For real. Muriel. She comes back. She keeps coming back. With how long we're supposing it's been. Doesn't that have to mean something? I don't know. Some creatures really have a hard time giving up. On hollow homes. On the dead. Anyway, this witch did predict she'd need chasing off. And look. Look what they've become to each other. Hiss. So go talk to her. Talk to the cat? Me? Yeah? If you don't have to talk, I don't know. but couldn't you at least try to make sure it doesn't go away? And you're going to do what? I'll be busy. Whatever spell of transfer this woman worked, by her own admission, she left it incomplete. Saw it almost through, as she put it. So I'm wondering, flip flip, can another fumbling woman bang enough stuff together to change the outcome? At least shake it up? Is there a crystal to swallow or a mystical skull to kiss? That kind of stuff. Here, cat. Thirsty? Mule? Because if you are, find me a bucket with a bottom, or you can dive down the well. Mirf. Yeah, agreed. But, shouldn't take too long. Yeah, this is still going. And at one time, yeah, I thought I might be fine. No lover, no real hope of one. Just a task I set myself. But, it's, with me and Bess though, from the very start, it was different. Janoth, I think, maybe see if she'll come inside? You're doing a great job. Will you be brave again? I'm sure I probably agree with you. She's alright company, not fidgety. Kodoro. The oven's hot glow, the cottage seems not much different. There's one layered on smell, cold, dark, and unfamiliar. And a hue to that shadowing that perhaps wasn't there before? Yeah, I know I look like I'm having fun, but I can't help that. Mostly just combing through that journal and figuring out what she'd left undone. So then I had to button up the pants, so to speak, of this weird creepy spell. Big thing was, we burned what's called phantom freesia. Seems like our witch had collected it, dried it, but didn't use it. Corbo. And with that, there were some fairly eldritch incantations. A soul unshelled and bared for swallowing, shorn of its whole, shucked even up its shadow. Wow. I don't blame the lady for leaving them out. Those words just sounded bad. You were chanting this stuff? Well, no. I actually spellcast pretty quiet, I guess. But anyway, things resolved after that. Color flooded up into her, and, Kodoro. Resolved. So what even was this? This magic, I mean. Not my standard sort, would you say? Yeah, it's weird. Can't really confidently say. Except that it seems to be a sort of thing where the caster's not intimately involved. Does that... Or, like, it's still the same thing of this conversation between flame and flower. But there's no human listener? Or contributor? No mystic, I guess is what I just mean. Wow, okay. Give me a minute. Give me a hot minute. Yep, reading comprehension. I rolled a 1 on that. Anyway. No mystic, I guess I just mean. But would that make sense? That's actually a pretty insightful read of things. Does that work? Well, anyway, I don't know exactly what's changed, except there's more calm in her, less panic, almost more awareness. Maybe self-awareness? Mule? Shy gives to the shadow her long, unreadable gaze. And she takes a step inside, and another. This good? I don't know. Meow? Kuru. Meow. Coil. Spring. Sclavash. Comes a noise of light being split down its seams. Light has a noise? And a blinding unbrightness somehow painful to see. In that moment without cognition, it seems strange claws may have snatched from them the river of time. Muro. But they're here again, whole. Mururo. Muro? Looking for me? Where are you? It's not funny anymore, it never was. A voice through the window breaks their stupor. Looking for Bess Leatherfoot, and for Janoth Rapid Buster. You inside this glowing hut? Driving in fair number, all scrambling up the plains. Answer if you hear me. We're inside, yeah. Swoop. It almost seems she senses them going. Seriously? Well, why? We were supposed to meet by the Clefted Hill by sundown. For the shadow melded cat then decides. Okay. Okay, almost done. Bear with me. Here, we get to choose who the cat goes to, and then that character has a pet. Or we could just make it disappear, but why would anyone choose that? Right? But anyway, thing is, this cat gives its owner, or person it loves, the ability to shred warding from a target, and that would be useful because warding absorbs magic damage, and who does magic? The mystic. So because of that, and not at all because I choose the Shadow Cat for myself every playthrough, I'm gonna have it walk with Janoth. No, but seriously, I'm very biased. I have a favorite character, and I don't care that you don't care. Because you really don't care, do you? Swoop. But I'm pretty cold company. Muroro. Well, that's cute. Bet she remembers you being all friendly out there. Well, but we still don't even know. Know what? Don't know what exactly remains, or what's new. Even just what she is now. Swigil. I'm not reading that. Oh, I'll just. Bledok. Shnu shnu. Garble garble. Interesting. Very interesting. Strange, but interesting. Well, if she follows, she follows. Cure. Loeb is where? He's buying time now, just this way on the prairie. And so we're about to get the two figures of the story. Janoth Rapid Buster and the Shadow Cat who protected him. No, don't nip that. Probably Muro. Looks like you're leaving the fire roaring. It'll burn out. Or all burn down. Either way, it's likely fine. Dear, oh wow. Yeah. Very long. You may think nothing of it, but to me, my throat is very dry. Pardon me while I take a sip. Was my mic off this whole time? Was my mic off this whole time? Man, I'll have to do a voiceover of that. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully it wasn't out too long, but it's fine, I could just voice over it. No big deal. But oh, to have my mic off at the longest scenario. How long was that off for? If it was the whole time, I'd have to read all that again. Again. In any case, I'll do it. I'll painstakingly do it just for you guys. Or maybe I won't do a voiceover. I don't know. Guess that all depends on how much it is, right? Don't mind me being kind of quiet. I'm just working on this right here. Kind of tough to talk and play at the same time, at least for me. Cause well, not cause I can't do both. I can very well do both. It's just I have to focus on one or the other while I do the other thing. So yeah. So pardon me if I am a little silent throughout this playthrough. Just know, I'm not ignoring you. Just that I have to focus on this. Well, I don't have to. I am talking now. I mean, I'd like to focus on it. Anyway, victory. Hey, Bess leveled up. Bess is now a Bloodhorn warrior. Okay, great. Ooh, we got some good ones here. I think Battle Dance. That pairs well with Broad Swipes. Melee attacks only cost Bess 1 action. That's perfect. And we get a Spectral Lantern. It's offhand. Warding 2, that goes to Janoth. He is getting all the good stuff. Really, what is going on here? Okay. Storm Thrower has been added to the draft deck. Okay. Let us secure. Oh, yep, great. We got all the hostile sites. We can investigate Willow Forge now. But first, let's secure this mine. We will, of course, investigate thoroughly. Because if you're spending the time to go here and fight all these dudes. Oh. Bidding the ghost goodbye. Janoth is acting strange. Well, let's see what the opportunity is. Janoth, thought I'd find you out here. Everything alright? Janoth? You're acting different, you know? I've been telling the others it's only stress, but... Venhen. Yeah, Janoth? Help me. Oh no, what's going on? Help you? With what? Nothing. Are we not big friends? I would surely tell if something were wrong. Nothing's wrong. Venhen heard the dark hum beneath Janoth's voice and things slid into place. The signs have been there for weeks, once he thought on it. Increasingly, Janoth's habitual mutterings and easy quiet had been replaced by untimely spans of silence. Sharp, heart-chewing silence. There was little doubt left in his mind. Shall we go? Yes, I suppose we shall. I think it's time we went on a little hunting trip. Great. Now let's just go together with... We'll leave Bess and Loeb to do this. Oh, but it's infested, so... Oh, man. Yeah. Bess can go with you guys. Because if there's 2 or less inside... Yeah, see that means they're about to get ambushed, so you better hurry, Bess. Ah, okay, great. Yeah, infested tiles, no joke. Alright. The interior of the tomb smells exactly like a tomb. Musty, earthen, and old. The creaky lantern creaks. Bone faces stare unflinching at the light. Not much further now, Janoth. Why do I feel this urgency to escape? To evacuate the bones before it's too late? This is my body. Mine. I claimed it. Wait till you see what's down here. We're going to be, rich. I love to have. Wealth, of course. Getting it's good. Classic Janoth. Ooh, what's this? At the foot of the long, sloping passage is a circular room. One prominent memorial stands at the center, a sword thrust into it. What is the... Venhen steps up to grip by the jutting hilt. Realization dawns in the dark of those stolen eyes. Oh, yes. Below me are the bones of Jillery Kegworth. Jillery, the ghost hunter. Here is his great ghost-quelling blade. I'm sorry, my friend. If there was a better fate, I would find it. Shing. Choose. Huh. No, I've actually never done this scenario before. This side quest. I have no idea what either of these do. But I'm leaning towards this one. Die, 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 die. Yeah, wow. Embrace the hereafter. Well, I have to fight him now. Am I... Oh, yep. I'm gonna fight him. Fighting myself. Janoth Rapid Buster, 24-year-old Greenhorn Mystic. Maybe all that stuff wasn't for the best. Vulnerable Spirit, though. Janoth is vulnerable to the Ghost Coin Blade. Awesome. And we do have this. I'll go behind cover, and then... I could, but... I mean... Might as well. That was easy. Victory. Oh, and he leveled up. Great. 3-shot. Oh, yes. Very nice. It's the piercing bow shot. Very useful, though. As it sweeps through Janoth, the blade of the Ghost Hunter proves its legend true. Didn't even use it at all, though. What are you talking about? His flesh remains whole, while a black shadow courses from his body, torn forcefully loose. Without even a whisper, the shadow dissipates. Gah. Janoth? Venhen. It's you, isn't it? You're back? I never left. There was this other mind in me. And now, It's gone. Is it? Why? You want to take another swing, do you? You kinda deserve it. They climbed together towards the dawning sunlight. Later, Venhen. Venhen, I have to wonder. Do you really have to? Did you know the sword would work? I mean, that it wouldn't kill me? Well, he was using his bow, to be honest. I knew it would work. I don't know how I knew, but please don't believe I risked your life in doubt. Okay. Venhen, you're an awful liar. So he didn't know after all. Great. Oh, we get the Grim Blade. Awesome. Awesome. How about Bess gets it? Replace the Tier 0 mace, the frying pan. No more drying pan. Janoth Buster is now a Bloodhorn Mystic. Awesome. Oh. Ooh, Arches has changed from a turn-ending action to a single action. Great. Okay, let's rejoin everybody over here. And hopefully we can get this thing done in timely fashion. Where was Bess, though? Didn't even see her. Completed. 2 ingots. And a warding ring. Man, this guy, he's getting all the good stuff. Well, okay. I think this is a very good stopping point. Looking at the time, it's been 1.5 hours. Yeah, and it's very late. For me, it's like 10 at night right now. So I'll call it for today, and maybe some other day I will continue this. Not necessarily tomorrow. I have to get up, I have to work up myself to even do this. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now, and hopefully I'll see you later. Bye bye.